Good afternoon, everyone. Back with another figure review today, but before we get started, the websites I'm going to be using to show you these are some of the best that I personally always use. I did do a quick look around on other websites to see if the prices can be beat, but in most cases they can't be beat, so I highly recommend these two websites. I do have a few other alternatives that I have. But that's usually because the two websites I'm using don't have them because they're exclusives, or they're not pre-ordering anymore, so they've cut off pre-orders already for those websites. But I was able to find it on another website. So the two websites is Hobby Search and AmiAmi. I've done review videos on both of those. I'll link them in the description if you want to watch them. I do highly recommend those websites. So with that said, let's get started. And first off, we're going to start with Hobby Search, which is my personal favorite. They tend to be a little bit cheaper than AmiAmi, although not by much. Usually about $3 to maybe $10. And they're a very good website. They're based in Japan, so you're going to pay basically what the figure costs over there, plus shipping. I usually always get EMS because EMS, you can't really beat it. You get your figure fast, it's insured, and it's usually treated pretty good. So first up we have Kurumi Tokisaki. She's a re-release due out in May of this year. She's a 1/7 scale and she's $67.15. If you want to convert it into your country's currency, that would be 7,380 yen as stated right in here. So you can always just convert that to your country's currency, or you can use USD. So that is for Hobby Search. Now we will go and take a look at AmiAmi, which I also have pulled up. So as you can see, she's $7,400. She's $67 on AmiAmi and 36 cents. So not a huge difference if you look. She's 67.15 cents here. So you're literally saving cents. So in this case, it's, pick or choose whichever one you want to go to. If you're a fan of AmiAmi, you have a lot of figures with them. Take AmiAmi. If you like Hobby Search and you have a lot of figures points with them, then use Hobby Search. This one's not going to make much difference. They both release in May, and so it's relatively unaffected. So anyways, moving on. Oh, and she's from Kotobukiya. I don't know if I said that. I don't think I did. So moving on. We are going to go to FAT, is the figure company, PHAT, and we have an Ilias Veal von Einsburn. So if any of you like the Fate series and want to watch, and you like her, she has a new figure by FAT coming out. China dress version 1/6 scale coming out in October. She's going to be $121 or 13,320 yen. On Hobby Search, and we will cruise on over to AmiAmi, switch to that, and so again it's roughly about the same price. Actually AmiAmi is a bit cheaper than Hobby Search is, coming in at $120. So like I said, these websites are very competitive against each other, coming in and usually dollars to cents within each other. So really it's a pick and choose who you like the most. AmiAmi does have a lot more exclusives, so they are really cool, and actually I'll get into some of those because I do have some listed. But anyways, so again, same price, same everything. She's coming out October here as well, so you're free to choose. But the figure maker is FAT, PHAT. They are a pretty good company. I have bought stuff from them before, so no worries there. Next up, we have yet another Kurumi Tokisaki figure. This one is by the manufacturer Alter. They are a good company. I really like their figures. I have several of them myself. This one is a 1/8 scale due out in September of this year. This is not a re-release like the other one was. This is a new one. So if you would like to pick her up, she is $161 here on Hobby Search. AmiAmi does have her as well, coming in at $163, so $2 more. But downside is pre-orders are actually closed on Ami, and they are still open on Hobby Search. So if you'd like to pick her up, Hobby Search is your best bet. $161, so you're actually going to save a couple bucks anyways. Everything else is the same, still due out in September, and all that other good stuff. So if you'd like to pick her up, head on over to Hobby Search. I'll link them in the description below too. Next up, we have one by a figure maker called Pultra. Haven't really bought anything from them, but the figure itself looks cool. This one is by J-List. It's one of the only websites where I still found her at. So if you do want to pick her up, she runs $150 through J-List. Normally, the website Nekomagic has her listed at about 13,000 yen. So you can see clearly that J-List actually upsells it quite a bit compared to Hobby Search and Ami, who don't upsell it at all from what the retail price should be. J-List is making about $30 extra, which is one of the reasons I don't really use them much. But this is one of the only websites where you can still order this figure from and pre-order it from and get it. So if you want it, you're gonna have to pay the premium. But they're not a bad website. I did do a review on them too. They're good for other things. I just don't tend to use them for figures, just because that extra $30 plus you still got to pay for shipping. So they tend to be a bit more on the pricey side. But if you want her, that's one of the ways to get her, and they're a reputable site still. So definitely check that out if you would like that. Next up is another one, a Lancer. I'm gonna butcher this. Erish Kigel. I'm totally gonna butcher it. It's an Aniplex exclusive, so hard to find. I did manage to find her in a few different stores. So you've got a Crunchyroll. You got Crunchyroll store offering her for $227. Not the cheapest one that I found, but not too much more expensive than the cheapest one I found. So there's one of your options. Due out in February 28th. She's a 1/7 scale. I also found her on Tokyo Otaku Mode. I would recommend buying her from here rather than Crunchyroll, because you get points. Points are really cool. You get to use them for future things. Like Hobby Search, I have like 4,000 points. That basically pays for my shipping for a figure. So points are always cool. I always recommend websites where you get like benefits back. So you get 20% off, you $45, basically 20% cash back. So that's really cool. I highly recommend that. Anyways, so there's that. There's one more website I found her on, Luna Toy Store. They're a cool site. You can pre-order with no down payment usually. And the cool thing is their customer service is pretty cool. If you decide to cancel the order or whatever, you can email them, they'll cancel it, no hassle. Usually Ami and Hobby Search, you're not allowed to cancel orders past a certain period. But she is about $10 more than the other one. The cheapest website I found her on was Play Asia for $221. But you're free to make your choice on whatever. Next up is Aquamarine, and that one would be Okita Soji by Aquamarine is the manufacturer, 1/7 scale, coming in at $162 or 17,820 yen. On Hobby Search, on Ami has her likewise for $161. So I think they're actually okay. So Ami is a little bit cheaper again. So again, just make your choice, whatever you would like. But she's due out in September of this year, so pick her up if you're a fan of the alters. Next up are Ami exclusives. You can find them on Hobby Search if you really want, but it doesn't have the bonus stuff. Like I said, Ami really offers cool bonus things with some of their figures that you can't get on other websites. So with that said, I'm not going to show Hobby Search ones because I highly just recommend the bonus ones. If you want to go and get the non-bonus stuff, you can go to Hobby Search and get these. And they are going to be a little bit cheaper because it doesn't have the bonus stuff. Or you can get the non-bonus one on OmiOmi. It's your call. So with that, first one is the Yosugano Sora Kasuguno kimono version, 1/7 scale. She is $165, so she's a bit on the pricey side. 18,144 yen. Due out on August. The bonus that you get with her is another face, basically. So you get this face and this face, this head and this head. So she's got kind of like a little grin or whatever, and then this one's kind of like more serious, kind of like, yeah. So that's one of them. If you're looking for something cheaper, guess what? I've got another Kurumi for you. This one is also by Alpha Max. I tried to only do one per figure company, but it couldn't be helped. This was really cool. So this one has a mini wall scroll. You can see it right here of Kurumi. This one is actually a lot cheaper, $116, and it's due out in June. So they're both up for pre-orders still on these websites. So you're good to go if you want to pick them up. Next up is going to be on both again. Switch on over. Ram lingerie version. So if anybody likes Ram instead of Rem or Emilia, you can pick her up for $104, due out in June. And she's 11,500 yen, coming in at a 1/7 scale, and the manufacturer is Soyokusha. I've not bought any figures from them before, so I can't really say much on them. But the picture looks cool. We all know the picture always doesn't look like the figure, but you know, it is $104. You know, don't expect anything too insane, but it looks good. So, anyways, next up, we are gonna do. I have an Iowa by Hobby Japan Amakuni. So anybody who's interested in her, you can pick her up from a website called ninngame.com. It's cut off at the top, nin-game.com. I'll put the link in the description below. Now, the reason I have it cut off up here is because my account is open on Hobby Search, and I don't need anybody learning my name or anything like that if you don't already know it. So that's cut off. But anyways, yeah, so you can pick her up from here. And she will come out in September of this year. And you can pick her up for $276.91, which is actually really cheap compared to the other websites I have found. They're selling her for about $320. Her yen price is 28,500 for the limited edition one, which I believe that's what this one is actually. It is the limited edition. You do get loyalty points from them, which, like I've said, is always cool. You might be able to find the non-limited edition for 27,000 yen, about $304 at Play Asia, if that's what you want. But like I said, I would just recommend getting it through here for $276. But get on that soon, because pre-orders will probably close pretty soon. Next up is going to be Karakawa. Ilia again, a Claim Fest version, so basically idle version. Coming in at a 1/7 scale for $127 on Hobby Search. OmiOmi does offer her, coming in at $127 again. So your choice on the website here, whatever you would rather have. Release date in September. Last but not least is going to be a little Nendo. So we've got Miku, Racing Miku, 2019 Nendroid, coming in at $45, 5,000 yen, due out in October by Good Smile Racing. Always a fan of Good Smile. OmiOmi again pulling in with $45, slightly more expensive instead of Jack 5,000 at 5,020, but it's pennies. So yeah, basically wherever you want to order her from is completely up to you. These websites are both great websites. I use them both. I love them both. I usually use Hobby Search over OmiOmi just because, but I will go to OmiOmi for the bonus figures. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit different video. If you liked it, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. That would be awesome. If you have any websites that you found that you would recommend, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Help other people out find some figures that maybe can't be found or ordered anymore. There is a few of them, so yeah, feel free. Whatever you guys use. Anyways, so hope you have a great day. Enjoy this video, and have a good one.